Hey folks, what a view behind me. I'm at Black Bull Markets headquarters here in Auckland, New Zealand. Speaking of views, you can get TradingView paid plans for free at Black Bull Markets, saving you up to $600 a year. Get either the Essential Plus or Premium plans absolutely free. All you need to do is trade from one lot a month at Black Bull Markets. And you can also get a 100% deposit bonus for your first deposit up to $1,000. All you need to do is click the Trading Nut link in the description below. Our sponsor Blue Guardian's the only prop firm that gives their traders a tool to protect them from hitting their max daily loss and over trading. It's super simple to use. Just set the Guardian Protector each day from your dashboard. Did you also know that they've just released an unlimited time evaluation with a 0 trading days requirement, giving you plenty of time to hit their low 8 and 4% targets, making it super fast to get funded. Plus, it's cheaper than the 40-day time limit evaluation. Check out the link and coupon in the description to get 10% off your next Blue Guardian evaluation.
All right, ready to go. So, yeah, like I was saying just a little second ago, what I want to just work out, ultimately looking for longs, but trying to see if this candle here, this candle is sellers entering the market for German 40. If that's the case, then what they might be trying to do is bring additional sellers into the market so that they can buy too. Or is this the purpose of this candle? Is this to bring buyers into the market, or are they looking to sell down and looking to sell to an area where there is a pocket of buyers, potentially under the New York low or somewhere inside of here? So I need to work that out, and I'm going to wait to London to see what that kind of trap is. For the news side of things, good morning everyone on YouTube side. The news, we don't have any, so I'm not really expecting massive day today because we don't really have any catalyst. So bit of a tricky one because we've got FOMC on Wednesday. We've only had Chinese industrial production, which came in positive. We've got Euro final core CPI, so this comes 10 days after preliminary CPI and preliminary. It's about 10 days or so. Yeah, it's like 10 days. Oh no, sorry, 15 days earlier. The preliminary is pretty accurate. So when they bring up the final, there's not usually many changes. So they're not, you can see this is like yellow folder, not expecting too much. Yeah, other than that, it's fairly quiet on the whole news front. We saw in the little market wrap from the Asian session that the Asian stocks, primarily Japanese ones, did pretty well. So I wonder if that's brought a bit of buying into the market on their side of things. Are we going to sell down to collect those buying? Like, this is the pre-markets, but bullish. Is German and London Open going to sell down to take the Asian liquidity before they have their own little bounce up? Or are they just going to keep on driving price lower and lower and lower, collecting more buying contracts, and then maybe it's going to be NY session that has the bounce? Either way, I reckon there's going to be a bounce. A bullish move today. I just need to try find it and hopefully it's in the session that we're trading now. Yeah. So also tomorrow we've got actually big interest rate news for the yen. So I'm actually not quietly confident, but I'm actually they're in here. It says 90% of Bank of Japan observers expect them to end their negative rate policy tomorrow. The yen Bank of Japan has a habit of not doing anything. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do nothing, interest rates stay at minus 0.1, and we see the recent yen strength just completely unwound. And it's not going to be until like April or May that they come out of this easy monetary policy, and then we start to see yen strength. So I reckon there could be some really nice short opportunities on yen, but I wouldn't be wanting to trade tomorrow, that's for sure. I can imagine that yen, if we look at something like this, the recent strength that we've had from yen coming down with the rumors of them exiting monetary policy, easy monetary policy, I can easily see a world where they do nothing, that completely unwinds that trade that they did, but then it leads to good opportunities for May and April and May for them to come out, and this could be this people that will open that they were going to when the wage increases result came in just recently, them getting ahead of that news, I reckon we could see a sweep. So I'd like to see that as well, but we'll see what happens tomorrow when they bring out their policy rate. We've got Aussie cash rate tomorrow as well, so we've got a massive week ahead of us. Massive week. Aussie interest rates, yen interest rates, CAD CPI, pound CPI, US interest rates, Aussie employment, Euro PMI, Swiss interest rates, US interest rates, and then pound interest rates. And then on Friday, retail sales, Euro Summit, and Powell speaking. So just freaking insane week. Almost every single day, we've got massive catalysts, except for today. So I'm a little bit cautious today. I'm not really going to get ahead of myself and see if there's going to be too many like big moves. And I reckon for now, I would just like to plan a buy move, and then just trying to wait patiently to see where that buy move materializes from, whether it's from under the Asian low, inside of this last bearish candle of New York session on Friday, or from Asian low, like underneath this area. So we'll see. This is German 40 for Curtin. German 40. Oh, no, Curtin, sorry. Okay, you bar. Hey, Ivan. How are you? You good? Yeah, I'm going to try to start early now for you guys, so we can have a bit more time to discuss like a bit more of the fundamentals and have a bit of a Q&A. Yeah, so let's see. NAS is going to be, I think, going to be a good one. Oh, look, it's already, oh no, there's 5 minute chart. Yeah, I like this trend line liquidity that is getting built up, pushed back into some like nice little lovely areas to find these longs from, and hoping that we get that manipulation in London. German, same sort of deal. Just I don't want this to be too bullish this next 15 minutes before the London Open. I was kind of hoping we'd see that continued push down, so those longs are a little bit easier. And gold, my forecast for gold dropped down during Asian session, 110 pips, quite substantial. So I'm looking for gold to push back up into, at least back up to like Asian high area. We bounced down into underneath the 2150, and we pushed into, you'll see if I zoom in over here, you see like all this bullishness all here really started from this little bearish candle here on March 7, which was March 8 here was NFP. So on Thursday, we had like a little bit of a pause, and then we saw like quite a nice impulsive candle pushing up. never quite came back to that area, and has just been pretty bullish since then. So that little bit of demand at the moment is where price is struggling on. Over here. So I would like to see, I'd like to see price action develop a little bit more, but ultimately I'm thinking we have a bit of a recovery day, given we've had such a pretty strong Asian session. Yeah, and just going to see if price can consolidate a little bit more. Yeah, any questions? The Zoomers, do you guys have what's your bias? I hope you guys have a bias. The bias doesn't matter, but what are you preferring to go? What direction? No bias, no biases. Yeah, got yours. Got Rob's. Got 12 others. 1752. 17952, Dan. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Sound. Okay, so I've got structure across these areas. So we reckon there's a trade to trade down, to sell to buy. I wonder if I can do a little sell to buy. Chris preferring German to go short, gold to recover, bullish, had a good buy in euro. Nice one. Gold buy, nice one. I wonder if we can play this kind of idea. London Open to sweep up, push into this little area that held price. So one more leg up into these cells, and then look to see when price starts showing rejection wicks to then go back long again. So like I think I'm going to play that idea. But I do think price is going long, but I would like to see a little bit of a drive lower. And I reckon if we can get it's this next leg that I'm unsure whether this is swept Asian low, correct some of the London move. Yeah, I think I'm going to try plan a move like this today. No views on US 30. But it would be similar to NAS. Good morning from UK. Started trading last September. Demo account, trading German 40, 3 months. Oh, nice one. Yeah, cool. What's my time frame? Time frame is, I'll change time frames. I'll put on all charts so everyone can have their favorite time frame here. So 30-minute down the bottom, 15-minute top right, 5 15-minute top left, 5-minute top right, and we'll go like the 3-minute, the bottom right. Do you have a little magic green line here, Dave? Something like this? So I wonder if we bounce off of here to go up, and we can start this whole pathway, but perhaps it does. Let's see what it does here. We've got income and volume in 10 minutes. That's what I'm really waiting for. LN looking for a sell to buy. Cool. Sounds good. Sounds good. Whilst we're waiting, if everyone to just get can you guys give the stream a like and that would be really, really helpful while we've got a bit of a quiet time. Get that out of the way. Just one quick little push. And then we just play the waiting game now. Just wait. Kind of bias is set. The bias doesn't matter whether it's buying or selling. As long as you have one, just don't go and say, "Oh, I think price looks like it's going down, so I should sell." Price is going too down. I'm going to buy. Just don't trade like that. Don't be reactive. Actually set time aside to plan your trade. See if it works out. Okay, so what would also I think would be really nice is if we can hesitate around here a few times, and it might play out on a higher time frame. It might be quite slow, but if we create like that double bottom, then that's correct. Like that would be bringing buyers into the market. So if that's the case, and they are doing something like that, then I imagine what they're trying to do is actually push price lower. If they bring out like a double bottom, get price to sit around support, anything that looks really bullish, obviously bullish, then I reckon then we're actually going down lower. But that, unfortunately, that could take like a good hour, an hour and a half to play out, which I don't want to be trading that long. Try to get one of these moves inside the moves. Gold already did that just a few minutes ago, so I can just rewind. Same as mine. So that's probably not the high of the day, high of the Euro session. So that's liquidity for sure. So that's at least a target. to come back at least at some stage today, back up to 17,995. Mm-hmm. Is it inside of here? Were you talking about? Like, isn't it like late New York session? Yeah, okay. Okay, 4 minutes into this open. It's like the calm before the storm. I like that 5 minute consolidation to get a nice entry above the 5 minute manipulation. Where are you talking? Is this over here to look for trades above that? Or the one I was pointing out in the, like around here in the New York session? The one below. Oh, the one above price. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. The two little rejection wicks up here. Okay. Just about missed the imbalance of 17,910. I think that was on the 15 minute. Makes me realize I should check all time frames a bit closer. Oh, over here, this pink bit that I got drawn. Yeah, nice one. Another scenario I wouldn't mind seeing is if we sweep here, come up, and then get that sell. So I wonder if London, we can get that initial little clean push down and then price to come up, fill that imbalance up here, and then look for that sell. So I could actually have a crack at that. If we push down, let's take the euro low, take this candle, and then this is London open now. So I'm going to have a crack at that. And the only risk a little bit in this one for a first trade for that idea to actually push up into this area, that it sweeps this trend line. But I'm expecting it to drive down deeper as well. So I'm going to get my risk out of this trade pretty quickly, or I won't hold it if it's dropping. But I would like to see if it can do that. So it's got to turn around pretty quickly from here. Otherwise, I might just take a little bit of profit off. There we go. Moving up, quite nice one. So hold it a little bit longer. It's up 10 pips. This a little first little scalp just to feel the market out. Going to secure a bit there now. I'm just going to move, stops to break even. Cool. Locked in 10 pips straight away. Secured like 75%. See if it can hit the target. Oh, what did I do? Oh, that's right. Breaking this low, I'm not interested in it because I'd plan these longs from later on and I'd actually be looking for it to drive a little bit deeper. But for now, I thought London open, sweeping euro low, sweeping this trend line. Bit of liquidity and gaps up above here. I think it could have enough for a reaction, at least for those 10, 15 pips. Yeah, got nothing, no risk left in this one. Maddie's behind me telling me I did a good job. Like, yeah, Dad. Yeah, play with me. What the hell's going on, Dad? I'm on the swing looking cute. Behind you. You secured? $17,964. That's good, man. That's good. Still an easy, quick little 10 pips. It's just like I don't expect this, like the initial volatility. There's no point holding much risk when you've got like just jumping around like we're literally just 5 minutes into the open cleanly. But I'm not entertaining. If it is breaking down lower, I don't know how low it'll go down in the search of liquidity. So I kind of wanted to see it take this. I'm not going to be jumping to another trade straight away. I do want to watch and then see. I want to see what it does at this trend line. It's nearly, yeah. Just hanging in there. The spreads on this Blue Guardian's way better than before. Way, way better. 0.6 of a pip at the moment. I couldn't have done this before. It was like 3.2 pip spread. It was weirding me out. Oh, it's out. Damn it. Okay. Anyway, the runner just got tapped out. So secured 10 or 11 at 75%. And then the runner just got tapped out. Maybe now bounce up, but that's right. It was only a quick little scalp. Dow dropped hard, did it? Oh, let's have a look. What about NAS as well? NAS I wanted to drop. I wanted to drop into Dow. Let's have a look. Yeah, gosh. NAS doing the dirty on those Asian long traders. Are you in short, Sarah? All right, well, I'll remove this now because that's belongs to done here for now. Let's see if we can now take a trade selling into some buys. Thank you. Oh. All right. Come on, sells. Sell into our buy zones. Didn't quite get the bounce that I was hoping for the trade, which is okay because it does leave liquidity here that once if we start getting some bullish momentum with later London volume or New York volume, this area can act as a target as well. So if we do get that one-sided volatility initially for the open, little pullbacks, continue looking for sells to sell all the way down into potentially this little imbalance zone towards 17,910 towards the New York low. And then maybe New York can correct all the way back up. I don't want to jump into sells here. I'd rather take a pullback sell, not a breakout sell, especially when the market's so bullish. Yeah, I kind of think it might be like a bit of a liquidity void as well, where it'll get a little reaction from this Asian low, but I'm interested to see on this 15-minute if we start pushing into this like magic square rectangle. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll find a different one. Mystical. Taking a little bit of liquidity from under Asian low now. Yeah. I'd love it to pull back a little bit, liquidity candle, and then break that low. But we might get a little bit of, I'm hoping that we can get some nice candle closures under here so we can get that downward momentum and then look to take the retest of this area. This area that was able to break through the Asian low with clean bodies closing lower, like significant candles closing underneath the Asian low, all started from this area. So I would like to take the retest of that zone down, as long as we don't hit anything of importance. Of what's another word? I can't use magic now because astonishing levels. But yeah, candles closing under the Asian low, wicking up, breaking these lows, then I think we can get the retest of this area. As long as we don't hit like some sort of traffic down here, that maybe it doesn't stop. Maybe it continues pushing higher. Okay, second 5 minutes closed. In gold longs again. Yeah, I'd like to see gold come all the way back up to 59. 56. Having hit the support. But I wonder if it will do something like this. And this could be the trap. Johan. My trade idea is long around the level of the weekly bullish breaker structure. Looking to buy the retest in my chart. The level is more or less 17,926. Yeah, I think most of us are looking for longs from around here somewhere, like this area. Now, do we have the patience to wait for those longs to play out? Or do we have that gambler inside of us to tell us to sell down to that from? Maddie said that translated to full margin. Did you hear that? Yeah, she's like, don't be weak, Dad. Full margin it. Well, it's buy every time she coos, sell every time she cries. So that's the signal I'm going with. I'm going to sell those signals to people. I'm going to find there's a correlation. I'm going to work out the days that it worked out well, and I'm going to sell it. And I'm going to say, see, my system works. Okay, this 5 minute can close under the Asian low. Then it's looking good. I think it's still moving. Was my looks stuck? No, it is moving. Not initially. but like, yeah, I am, but I would also like to see candles closing comfortably below the Asian low. To think then the sellers are in charge, and that if the sellers are in charge, they're taking price to where there are buyers for them to offload that trade. Because if institutions are selling and not just manipulating the market, for them to close these sells for a profit, they can't just close those sells anywhere, because otherwise, if they're the only ones that are actually in the market, they're holding much weight, moving the market. As soon as they unwind those positions, you'll see price just pull back very quickly. But if they're in charge and they want to close the sells initially for a profit, then they should take those sells down to an area where there are buyers. So that would be support or structure. So we've got a little bit of structure right over here for New York session. So I'd like to see this push and then see if we can get that retest back up to the euro low or the trend line. Well, my main idea today was to buy, but I'm wondering if I can get a sell to buy. If I'm not fully confident on taking sells because my main bias is to buy. So, and I've seen we've seen many times that any sweep of a previous session low has been enough to turn price back on itself. Like here, like when Asian sort of broke the New York low, even though you have like clean traffic and all this stuff under here, it wasn't enough to push price back up again. I am cautious of a session low because there are so many, because the trend is so strong now, because I think it's just a little bit early. The whole weekly candles still get to be set up properly. And I don't want to base a buy idea on this little stuff. I wouldn't want to try to pick the low anyway. Let's put it that way. If I'm looking for buys, I would like to try pick the low, but I don't mind as well that if I miss the low and then price is actually starting to go bullish, I don't mind jumping in late to take like the piece of the move rather than just being stressed about trying to pick the bottom, especially such an early start to the week. But this is, it's looking nice for those sells. Break that trend line. Where's your target for the sells? Yeah. That's it. Just here. Yeah. This bit here. Cool. Jesbo, what's your red rectangle? 17,890, 17,895. Oh, this one down here. Asian low. This bit here. Clear on did I draw on the 15 minute or 5 minute? I think it was the 5 minute that I drew it in. Yeah, it's just this, see like this whole area of consolidation. Let me just make it a bit easier to see. This whole area. The price rattled around here for a bit. Had a fake out. And then we launched up, and then we've had the retest. So we've got an imbalance inside of it. But then underneath that as well, you've got Asian liquidity. So I've just got that marked up as well. Chris, your gold trade's going right, mate. Yeah, that 2150 is a strong level. Should have stayed in to the gold. Could turn around. Now that bit of a pullback here. Don't like it doesn't have to do that at all. I was just thinking that if there is liquidity above here, so this can be a prime area that it can pull back from. Though, especially if there would be that's quite a big push down in Asian session. So this is quite an obvious swing high. So no doubt there's going to be some stop losses here, which are buy orders. And then those buy orders are getting filled by smart money, like not smart. I don't want to say smart money. Just when you see a bunch of buy orders, banks wouldn't care about where they buy from necessarily, as long as they think that we can buy. There are people willing to buy here because they've got their stop losses here. So then we can grab those buy orders and then we can take it down to a place that people are willing to sell, which may be like some down under here. So that's why I think we could easily do that if the banks are looking just to make some quick cash to sell, take liquidity from 2154 back down to 2149. Then maybe just keep on pushing back up to settle at 2156. Could give that a go. I wonder if we get a liquidity candle, could try sell down to like say 2150. No real liquidity candles here. I'll keep an eye on that one. I might actually entertain a sell on gold. A sell back down to, Just looking for like a rejection wick, like a candle that looks like that breaks the high of the previous candle and then closes bearish. I'd like to take that down to trade back down to here somewhere. I think it could go lower, but that would be a conservative estimate. Enough to get like 30 pips out. Looks like German's doing the pullback as well. So it's sort of following this path. Oh, it looks like it's gone too far already. That's a bit of a shame. So where did you get out, Gyro? Where did you close this buy that you had? 21.52. Oh yeah. So like, you'd be feeling better if it comes back, because like it was like you wish you stayed in for hindsight when it's at 21.54, but then when you see it pulling back below 21.52, you think maybe it was a good decision then. It's kind of like it's amazing how emotional the trading is. I'm gonna have to keep both pairs here because I'm keen on this gold sell. But I want to keep my eye on German 40 as well because that's the main pair. NAS, the US indices, I'm prefer to trade that, getting close to the New York session. There we go. A bit easier now just to have a German chart and a gold chart up at the same time. Ah, yeah, I missed it. There was no real price action trigger. It would have just been the theory, a structural theory trade. That this is liquidity here, and that price 8 hour. Let me have a look. Oh yeah. Well, what's going on here? Oh. There you go. Hmm. 25K challenge. How do we know if we're selected or not? I'm assuming that's directed towards Cam. I'm sure Cam would have a meeting with you if you're selected. I'll catch you, Chris. See if there's any headlines that have come in. Nothing really. So, yeah, I think it's just going to be one of those days. It's such a heavy news week. Just trading like liquidity to liquidity. So if you were, let's say this way, head into the counterparty liquidity, where would buyers be putting stop losses if they were buying in euro and now for the London Open? Where do you reckon they would? I don't really see anything totally clear. I would say like this structure and anywhere inside of like this little area where there's like imbalances. So if that's if we think that it could be like counterparty liquidity, I wouldn't mind seeing price sort of just push into it and like seeing a little fast acceleration, like a little sweep, and then like a little fake out kind of price action. And I think from then it would be potentially retest and then push back up to retest these highs and then push up into this liquidity. What I see on the 30 minute looks like a pretty decent looking, I reckon we could fill this candle. So I don't think this is like the high of the London session. I think we could push up a bit higher. What would be interesting is if we say on the lower time frames, we come down and then we come up and then we come down again. What's the purpose of making price action form like this? What we studied yesterday. What would this be doing? Kind of signal the descent. So where's the money side? Where's the investor money going? If they're more likely induces sellers into the market. And I think that's a clear sign, a fairly clear sign that the big money is actually coming from the buy side. Because if they're inducing sellers, they're looking to push price higher than where those sellers are. It would just be disguised at that point. So I think that's like pretty important sometimes. So if you haven't got like a clear read, is just watch and observe for a bit. Try getting like in sync with the market movement, and then it's like plan one of the moves. Okay, 30-minute candle closed. Now the first 5 minutes has done that little pullback, pushing down. So if we start breaking this low again, I'm gonna. It's not as clear to me. This let me extend this. It's not as clear to me that this would have the same sort of reaction, this area, to do this, the strength of this leg up. So this could even just be like a little small retest. Whereas like the gold, you see like how on here there's a bit more of like an obvious swing high. So above that swing high, this is why we saw a reaction here. Whereas on German, it's not quite the same obviousness that this is a swing high. If it was like this and then pushed up, then I would say that you can bet that you would get a decent little reaction from this red box that is true. Justin, you're talking, if it's my stream you're talking about, I'll do it every day. But if it's Trading Nuts got tons of streams. If it's my particular one, then I do it every day. But not on. Sometimes Trading Nuts channel, he's got other guys that do specific sessions. But on my channel, I do it every day. Oh yeah. Every day I'm on my channel. You still holding, Dave? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What is your channel? Is not mentioned. Description. That's right here on the screen. Potentially close. Create a slight little double bottom. Look for it to push lower underneath it. Gold sort of just hanging in there. Is anyone in these cells for gold? Did anyone just jump in? The 5 minute actually gave that candle. I was looking at the 4, the 3, but the 5 minute gave that rejection wick. Cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is approaching like that target area now. If I see signs of a turnaround, I'll look to take it back long, back up to this area now. If this candle can, if we can get some little rejection wicks and the candle can start closing back up into like here, then I think we can start seeing it now that it made that high, is to retest that high and then go up into the settlement area. Yeah. And then this finishing around here. It could drop a little bit deeper. I reckon this is a pretty decent zone for it to turn around from. More clear on the 5 minute, how we've got this area acting as a bit of a support here, and you had price pause in this zone before having that impulsive push down into this demand zone, and then it pushing back up, creating that structure. Why we had the reaction here is because this is a swing high, so there's a lot of buy orders here. So they're just taking those buy orders and now they offload it somewhere, which is back at support. And German's struggling. So yeah, I wouldn't mind taking the sell on German as well if we can show rejections from back over here, and then this will be finally that retest to then come down and then look for that deeper liquidity. So I'll put an alert here because it's looking like a nice, healthy, strong candle. Maybe this candle can induce some buyers into the market as well. So if I get a rejection wick candle that looks something like this, then I'll look to take that as a sell and then to trade it a little bit lower, sweep the liquidity from here, and then see if we can actually attack that this pink zone down the bottom. AB gold going to 21.25. You think? That'd be a massive drop for gold. That'd be. Come on, gold, push up to 56. Even if we get to 55, 50 into this zone, I'd be pretty pleased with that, into this area. Because to me, this is more of a little buy to sell move from here. On the 5 minute, we've got, I'll zoom in here and show you what I'm looking at. I'm looking at these two candles, this one and this one. These are like, you're kind of like break the low of the previous candle and push up and close nice and bullish. And then price led up from there, came down, broke the wicks to the left, picking up liquidity, closing nice and strong and bullish above the body. And then we saw a nice big push up. So buy into sell. So I reckon that this is that little manipulation zone. So I reckon there's a good chance that gold, there's a good chance gold will push up all the way into this area to this line, because this is where that liquidity started from. So this could be a bit of a clean candle play, but at least trading up into this area, to this previous support, now turned resistance. I reckon that could be a good bet to take some profits off. To see if we get that extra little rejection. So yeah, let's just wait and see. Thing of gold though, the one thing that I don't particularly like is how nice this trend line is looking. That if it does break it, it could sweep all of this trend line liquidity. But I would like to see that happen, like a couple more legs up, and then do it. It's got a few things to watch then. Now, let's just put these side by side. Well, I've got to close the trading nut stream. Okay, so for German, I'm wondering if we can get this. But because my main bias is long, I'm not looking I'm not looking to short. Definitely not looking to like. It needs to be quite clear for me to want to short this. So I'm going to be really patient and wait for like a good rejection wick for me to take it down. I'd be a little bit annoyed if it did bottom out here and then just starts pushing up, because I was looking for these buys, but this wasn't a buy zone for me. So I want to see this just looking really enticing for buyers, bringing extra buyers into the market, but then actually selling down. But for that sell candle, it needs to be quite clear. So I need to wait for candles to close. The closer we get to the hour candle closing means I'll have to wait, because this hour candle will be starting to look pretty bullish. So if it's going to close something like that, I'd actually rather it breaking the high and then closing back down below. So yeah, German's in a tricky spot for me, because I want to buy, but I didn't want to buy from this area. So I'm not really willing to risk anything just yet on German. I like the gold buys though. So I'm looking for that to keep on pushing up into the target zone. Yeah, for sure. Pretty strong sign, eh? Yeah, but I don't want to base myself off a 130-minute candle bullish for London, because this wasn't to me a suitable buy zone. So even if it did sweep this Asian low, I still like it to close bullish like it is, but then I would want it to at least then do a retest for me to go in for that buy. Otherwise, I'm happy just to sit on the sidelines for that one, which is a bit of a shame, because I wanted to get these buys, but it just didn't quite set up the way I wanted it. Beautiful. And there goes those buys for gold. Retesting this high. Just push up a bit more. If we can go up like another 12 pips, then you should secure. Nasty. So remember, this was a danger area for German. So I don't want to take buys here as well, because I thought that there was a huge chance that this imbalance was going to be retested. So this could be bringing buyers looking for breakouts. See that now this looks like a proper swing high. So I reckon from here, we could see a bit of a correction. So we start like, let's see if this candle, if it continues that strength to the upside. But I reckon this zone, we see price pull back a little bit, just like it did over here on the gold. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Dan, you're still here, aren't you? Dan N. That was your zone, wasn't it? 21,952. Oh no. it's the candles hypnotized you, mate. Watching that, thinking, oh, the levels, right? Next time, right? Yeah, even if it's a small amount, pull the trigger. I know it's hard to sort of counteract that, but it's that implicit behavior that you need to that you need to like everyone needs to develop. There's only so many things like, you know, what I can teach you, what I can say, what you can read yourself, what you can learn from others. All of that is like that's that external sort of external sort of learning. And it's just the muscle memory from doing it, that implicit, like doing something that feels uncomfortable and like trying to get over it and do it and push the button, or the what you feel teaches you as well, not just what you learn. But muscle memory, hey. So you can read about riding a bike, but you can't ride a bike until you actually do it as well. And I think knowing, like, because you planned that level as well. Yeah. So sometimes I think you just need to, even if it's if you're if you're not feeling confident with it, and you know you can sense that you're hesitating, I think you got to close your eyes and then just do what your initial plan was, even if it's just put in, like, you know, the smallest possible trade whatsoever, just to actually have pushed that button rather than watching it. But the main thing was you identified that level. Yeah, that's the hardest part done. Well, it's not the hardest part, but that's the most skillful part. The hardest part was the actual pushing the button. Look at that 30-minute candle now. Jeez. It just changes everything. Still, if liquidity goes from liquidity to liquidity, then no doubt I thought there's going to be enough liquidity here, but there should be some liquidity sitting above here as well. That I want to see some sort of like hesitation. If there's no hesitation, then I missed my move that I wanted. So that would be me done for the session. If there's no hesitation here. And there's this, where's all-time high? Up here. Can it do another one? Yeah. Difficult to read direction on German 40 this morning. I mean, there's always going to be a bullish move. And that's what I was saying at the start of the stream, that it shouldn't matter your bias for the day. Like, it doesn't matter if you're bullish or bearish for the day, because most days, like say this, let me just full screen this here. Even on a day like this one, a daily candle that closed like that, if you had a bearish bias going into this day, no doubt you would have been able to find a sell move. So let's isolate that day. And then look when you go into the sessions, at some stage here, was there a sell trade to be had on a day that's just completely bullish? To me, there is. Like trying to pick a level, maybe a little bit more difficult. But if Asian's so bearish, Asian sort of does its thing, Euro's bullish, London's bullish, most of the time New York won't buy the high. So when New York opens, you get a pullback, back down to structure, clean candles, imbalance. So you get like a little counter trend move here. It's possible that people would have anticipated that, and that move was for 60-50 for that move to play out, or to anticipate that, look, if London's so bullish and there's so much bullish momentum going into it, then it's likely going to be getting closer to New York session that you get that pullback. But if you don't have a bias set, then you can very easily be trying to buy something, sell something, just being really reactive to what the candles do. So it's really just like planning the move, planning the trade, plan your bias beforehand. Make sure you have a bias. Oh, this is your levels, isn't it? For the 4 hour. Yeah, gosh. That's all right. It's Monday. It's Monday, mate. Did you work on the weekend? Yeah, St. Paddy's Day still hitting you. All right, YouTube, Trading Nut stream, 9 o'clock, going to finish up. So if you want to keep watching, I'll keep going a little bit longer on my channel down the bottom, HaydosFx. Okay, so otherwise, I'll see Trading Nut guys tomorrow. But my channel, we're going to keep on watching because I want to plan a little move here. All right, but I'll end Trading Nuts one right now. So see ya.